am I here? It says I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Okay. All right. Now, let's check this bread. Oh, that looks good. And notice it's not all wibbly wobbly. I mean, it is kind of, so we're probably going to end up putting it back in anyway. But, yeah, see how the stuff is still sticking to the toothpick? Yummy. That means it needs to go back in for a little while. So, let's do this. Okay. Why am I not seeing the chat room? Nothing I type is showing up in the chat room. There we go. We're back. All right. I hope all y'all are still here. And that being said, we're going to finish this up here in a bit while we wait, because it is going to take another few minutes. I'm going to, yes, I hear you, work on loading the dishwasher, and we're going to check on the quiche as well. But you know, the great thing about cleaning up while you wait is that you don't have to do it all at the end. You know, by the time your food is ready, most of the cleaning is done, and you don't have to mess with it. By the way, if one of you could pipe up and let me know that I'm not the only one seeing me, that would be great. Alright. Throw this bowl in here. Yaha. Got all kinds of things going on. I don't know what I'm looking forward to most. The banana bread, the quiche, that crab salad sure was good. I think next time I would forego the malt vinegar. It's good, but I'm not in the mood for it next time. Let's just get these eggshells gone. Alright. There we go. Perfect. That's actually good. Okay, ladies and gents. We're going to clean up here a bit. Wash my pan. And then check on the quiche. By the way, if you guys are talking to me in chat and I'm not seeing it, like, send me a DM or something to let me know, because I mean, if you're not chatting, that's fine, but if you are chatting, I'm not seeing it. All right, here we go. kitchen is, well, not clean, but, you know. It's closer than it was. Package up the rest of our mushrooms to eat in something later, because mushrooms are always tasty. Alrighty. There we go. These little guys will be good later. Okay. Didn't need this after all. Y'all know I'm not right. Oh, hey. Look what I found. Maple flavored peanut butter. Don't leave home without it. Oop. Ah. I'm all right. I'm all right. Okay. We're good. Our recipe is done. And all we got to do now is wait. Also, I do want to see who is online, because after I finish here, I am going to throw us over to somebody entertaining. So if any of you guys are going to be streaming in a minute, let me know, because I will throw over to you after we finish up here. Ooh, I forgot I had this. Look, guys, powdered Morita pepper. It's hot, it's spicy, it's delicious, it's smoky, it's wonderful. I actually like to get peppers dried and then grind them on my own, just because they're fresher that way and they taste really, really good. Okay, let's check on this quiche, because the quiche will probably be done before the banana bread. Banana bread takes a while. The quiche is smelling good. Close the oven to keep the warm in. Oh yes. Look at that. That's looking brilliant. Of course, it's probably not done. It's getting close to done. I think another few minutes. We're going to stick that back in without the thing on it to brown up the top a little bit. Uh-oh. There we go. And we'll set this aside so that when we do decide to wrap the thing up and put it in the fridge, we'll still have a topper for it. Don't ever throw away the foil that you baked it in, because you can use that same foil to cover the leftovers as long as you keep it clean. And so we'll just set that right there and let it be. Uh-oh, I'm getting a message. That must mean that you are talking in chat. Well, that means I need to refresh. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. Laptop battery critically low. I know. I plugged you in for that reason. There we go. You are now connected to the Wi-Fi. I'd better be. Okay. Come on. Hold, please. Okay. Say something. You know, in before you, smart Alex, say something in chat. Hey, there's KG! Good, 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 good. I love you guys. What is that emote? Something. Thanks! Thanks, TZ. I knew I could count on you. Oh, man. You guys are great. So, yeah, the quiche is getting closer to done. The bread is getting closer to done. And I can't wait because it smells so good and I'm hungry. I'm actually not as hungry as I could be because I've eaten all this crab salad. But I'm still looking forward to all this. Well, very cool. So, question. When are you guys going to start playing some troll hacks? Because I want to see what you do with them. I'm thirsty, and I want something, and I don't know what. There we go. This'll do. Troll hacks? Anyone? No? I ought to just start sending them to y'all. Actually, that's what I might do later. I might get on stream and make a troll level. It'd be fun. What do you guys think? Hey, that's an idea. I know what we should do. I should get on stream and I should make a troll level in Lunar Magic, and I should have you guys help suggest what we are going to do to the player. Wouldn't that be great? Would you guys like that? You might not want to play troll levels, but you could help me make them. Next time you're suicidal. Good Lord, dude. You enjoy other people's misery. Yeah, well, see, that's exactly what a troll level is for. No, but here's the best part. See, once you have played the troll level and you've experienced the misery, it's even better. It's even better because you know what's coming up, you experienced it yourself, and then you're just watching and you're like, oh my god, he's gonna do it, and then he does it and you're like, ha, he did it!
Yes, the power has gone to my head!
No, I'm fine. Get our oven mitts and let's see what's going on with this quiche. It is still liquid. Am I in a time warp? I feel like I've been cooking this thing for an hour and a half. But yeah, that's a great idea. I ought to get Lunar Magic going, and we ought to design us a troll level. Yes. Oh, that would be sweet, wouldn't it? I might just do that later if I've got time. Because, see, guys, I got this really cool mechanic put together. You guys remember in Super Mario World the note blocks that bounce and you jump really high off of? Well, I've got them to where if you hit a P switch, it will deactivate them. Okay, KG, go and eat something. I wish you were here, I would feed you. But since you are not, bon appetit and thanks for stopping by, man. Two minutes. We need to figure out what to do while we're waiting. Hey! Oh, wow, we're getting raided! We're getting raided at exactly the wrong time, but we're getting raided. Hey, Cookery Nation! How are you doing? We are baking banana. Actually, it's just the right time. We can kill a few minutes while the quiche and the banana bread finish up. Hey, how is it going? And welcome back to my kitchen. There's nothing exciting going on the cooking cam right here because we put it all in the oven, unfortunately. We're doing banana bread, and we're doing a quiche. The banana bread is pretty self-explanatory, except I made it with burro bananas because I had some that were starting to get overripe, and I wanted to use them. The quiche, of course, is a confection that incorporates spinach, mushrooms, and sautéed onions, and it's going to be really good. But welcome. What are you doing today? And have you cooked anything exciting today? Let's talk about it while I show you what we've got going on, because I've been pulling it out and doing a toothpick test on it regularly, and I guarantee you it's not done. But let's take a look at the banana bread real quick and see what it needs, okay? Ooh, that quiche smells good. There we go. There is our banana bread. And it's actually looking a little bit less wibbly wobbly. It still looks good and cakey. Let's do a toothpick test on it real quick. And we're going to see... Ooh, actually, yeah, that's feeling pretty done. The toothpick is coming out cleanly. You guys might be just in time. Look at this. Toothpick test is clean. We have banana bread. So let me get you guys the recipe for it while we wait on the quiche. And while I read chat with you guys. Let's see. Ooh, hand pies, savory with asparagus, mushroom, and cheese. That sounds wonderful. And a sweet one, chocolate. Ooh, I love peanut butter. I absolutely love peanut butter. Well, today, while we were killing time, and it's not as pretty as it might otherwise be because I've been eating on it, but we also made a little bit of a crab salad. And it was imitation crab, chopped finely. We had mayonnaise, of course, and some shredded carrots and other small minced field greens. Added a little splash of malt vinegar. Did salt, pepper, and a little pinch of onion powder and celery salt just for seasoning. And it worked out really well. I was going to eat it on bread, but my bread went bad, so I put it over, a scoop of it over some field green salad instead, and it worked out really well. But, yeah, speaking of pies, we actually were discussing things like shepherd's pies and bubble and squeak and dishes like that earlier, and we were talking about the onions in the quiche. I wanted to saute them so they got kind of crisp and weren't raw or you know, offensively strong. And we got to talking about shepherd's pies and things like that, and one of the things that I said that I like to do was get like one of those little jars of the little pickled pearl onions and get them in the fridge so they were good and cold. And then you'd like quarter them, and then you put them and you wrap them in cheese and stick them in the little bits of cheese and stick them in the pie just before you bake it, so that they stay, they have a little bit of crunch to them when they come back out of the oven. And yeah, it's I'm hungry too. Let's see what this quiche is doing. I don't think it's ready yet. No, it's not ready quite yet. It's almost there, probably in about 2 or 3 minutes. Set that as a reminder. But while we wait, let me show you guys the banana bread recipe real quick so that you know what we're working with. Maybe you can read this, maybe you cannot. But we got 3 overripe bananas. We got dark brown sugar, confectioner's sugar, half a cup of margarine, an egg, apple pie spice, vanilla extract, and in fact, for the vanilla extract, we used some bourbon Madagascar vanilla extract. I also added a little orange peel to this recipe because I wanted to. What else did we have in here? Milk, flour, yeah, 2 cups of flour. I can't read that backwards. Baking powder, salt, and I did not add the honey. So that is our recipe. You bake at 40 minutes or until done in a loaf pan at 350. And I actually bumped it up in the end here to 380 to get that crispiness on the outside of the crust. And let's see what you guys are up to. Am I Canadian? No, I'm originally from Indiana, but I live in Ohio now. So if you hear anything in the accent, it's probably a combination of Canada and Kentucky. It's why I say cow the way I do, and it's also why I say y'all the way I do. Ooh, that's looking good, but it's not done yet. 2 minutes. It's smelling good, too. Man, that looks good. I want to cut into that. But here's the thing about banana bread. Let it cool before you try to take it out of the thing, because if you take it out while it's hot, it will stick, it will tear, it doesn't like being taken out of its loaf pan. So wait for it to cool, run a knife around the outside, and it'll kind of shrink up a little bit as it cools, and it should just pop out of there real good if you grease the pan, which I did with, I use baking pan, but if you want to use butter or oil, that's fine too. Or margarine, or lard, or Crisco, or, yeah, I like using half and half. I didn't actually have any half and half for this one, so I just used regular milk. But I love all things dairy, really. Milk is always a wonderful addition to anything you can put it in, really. Thank you. Shadow Strider, hey, how's it going? And the Practical Escapist, yes, welcome back. Shadow, how you doing today? And the Practical Escapist, how you doing today? That quiche is probably almost done, but what I'm going to do here, at the risk of marring the surface of my creation, is to get just a little tiny piece, and we are going to taste this. Okay, banana bread is a success. Now, oh man, that's really good. That has a different flavor. You might have heard me mention I use burro bananas, which are those weird little, they're those big, thick, chunky looking bananas. And people don't think they're good because every time they try to eat them when they're yellow. And they look like they're ripe like a regular banana, but they're not ripe yet. You've got to wait for them to get good and mottled and brown and almost black, in spots on the outside when they start to soften up and get sweet. You don't want to let them go too long or they'll get rotten, but burro bananas are not ripe and edible until they've gone from yellow and they start getting a lot of brown on the outside because they soften up and get sweet. I bought 3 and I had just kind of intended to eat them, but I hadn't gotten around to it, and I thought, what sounds really good is banana bread. But this particular banana bread is made with burro bananas, and it's not any real appreciable difference, you wouldn't be able to tell, wow, this is really, really different, but it does have a slightly different flavor than what I'm used to, and I really like it, I think. So, yeah. Gonna do fine today, finally starting to feel like yourself again. Well, that's good. Have you been... And I'm sorry, man, I had forgotten. Are you feeling under the weather? Oh, yes. Quiche is ready, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's ready anyway. We're gonna find out. That one's right-handed only. As a left-hander, well, ambidextrous, I do articulate tasks with my left hand. But as a left-hander, I find that there are so many things that are made exclusively for right-handers, and I've kind of gotten used to it, but every once in a while it will still catch me up. Quiche! All right. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a beautiful quiche. We have got a scrumptious-looking banana bread, and just for funsies, we have got imitation crab salad. Now, real quick, for the quiche, because you guys weren't here when I put it together, it has 9 eggs in it. It has a little dollop of milk. It has butter in it, of course. Salt and pepper. I put oregano in it. It has cheddar cheese shredded, the bag of shredded cheese, cheddar in it, and I topped it with grated Parmesan. The vegetables in it are the sauteed onions, and I sauteed some of the mushrooms with the onions just to kind of give them a different texture. The other half of the mushrooms I just kind of dumped in before we stirred it up and threw it in the thing. It also has julienne spinach in it, so it's spinach, onion, and mushroom quiche. And it's going to be so good. That said, Mr. Cookery is a lefty and it's hard. So, yeah, exactly. You know, like when you're left-handed, you have to sit in certain seats on the table. Otherwise, you're elbowing people all the time. Now, luckily, like my dad is left-handed, so growing up, we always sat on the same side of the table, and it was fine. But like, if there's a four-top table, if there's a four-top table and you're looking at it from the top, like if you're left-handed, you have to sit either here or here, because if you sit here, you're elbowing the person next to you while you try to eat, and vice versa, and they're elbowing you. I can't, but you've been emotionally overloaded since Thursday. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that, Shadow Strider. I hope everything does get better for you. I know exactly how that goes. And if you need anything, you know, you just let us know. If only a distraction to say, hey, how's it going? Want to do something fun? Where was I? ADD, ladies and gentlemen. What were we talking about? But yes, I am glad you're starting to feel better. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're all caught up on chat. So, here is the deal. I am kind of done doing what I'm doing, and I feel bad because you guys just got here. So if anyone has any questions about anything that I've cooked up here, feel free to ask, but what I think I'm going to do is start wrapping this up, and we are going to find someone really cool to throw the stream over to and pass on the hype. Unfortunately, I do not know anyone who is cooking right now, so we are probably going to throw over to Chess WC, who's playing Super Mario Maker. And later, I might pop back on and design some troll levels on stream for you guys. But one more look at this beautiful banana bread. I am really thrilled with how this came out. And, you know, regular bananas would be fine. Any kind of banana is fine. But, you know, I always love trying something like that. If you see something that's like a one-off ingredient, like I was going to make a nice eggplant lasagna one time, and there in the store were the regular eggplants, and I needed 2 eggplants, and I picked up one, and then I was looking at the others. There were these other ones, and they were like these creamy custard colored ones that had these purple strips all down them, and I'm like, you know, that looks neat. I want to try it. It was really good. So I started picking up one of those every now and then. But yeah, if you guys want to swap out like a slightly unusual version of an ingredient in a recipe from time to time, it never hurts anything to try. And you know, the worst that happens is you're not as fond of it as you would be with the original recipe. So don't ever be afraid to experiment with something like that, because like in the case of this banana bread, it came out really, really good. Thank you, Cookery. I appreciate that. By the way, did you guys know that there is some sort of new rare breed of blue bananas? They're supposed to taste like some sort of, what did they say they tasted like? Like cream or custard or vanilla or something like that. But there is a new kind of banana, and they are blue. And I have not seen one in person. I've only seen them on the internet. But you better believe if I can get my hands on one, I am going to try it. Chicken? What about chicken? I'm sorry, Shadow. I probably said something that required the response of chicken, but I am not following. That said, let's see who is. Oh, I know. You're asking what they were supposed to taste like. Oh, I get it. They taste like chicken. Oh man, you know, when we were kids, my brother was always a really picky eater, and when we were trying to get him to eat something, we'd of course tell him it tastes like chicken. And of course, his quite logical response was, well, if it tastes like chicken, why aren't we just eating chicken? And you know, you can't fault that logic. But that said, yeah, I am going to, that is not cool enough to touch. I think I am going to throw us over to Chess WC, who is playing Super Mario Maker. So if you guys want to stick around a few minutes for the raid, that would be wonderful. Again, one more look at our banana bread, and one more great big huge thank you to all of you for coming and spending your time with me, keeping me company, enjoying the stream and chatting. It is great to see you guys. Cookery, I want to come by and see your streams. It's been really busy these past few weeks and is probably going to stay really busy for several more, but that said, I have got to come by and check you out, and I promise I will as soon as I get the opportunity. In fact, you know, ping me when you're online sometime, and I will try and drop by. That said, it is so good to see all of you here. Thank you so much again, and I am going to throw us over to Chess WC. You get it. Thank you. I appreciate that. When kids are one step ahead of you. That's right. See, yeah. Well, my brother always had a sharp tongue, even when he was a kid, and it was always great. He could whip off one-liners like that. I never was quite as good at it as he was, but occasionally I'll step up to the challenge. That said, we are going to raid Chess WC. There's no raid call. Just pop in, drop some raid bombs, say hula raid. Don't spam chat too much. We want to keep it polite, but you know, just woo! Show him some hype. Let him know we're there. Let him know we love him. And you guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye.